In just a few days, the Australian Parliament has gone from not much going on to everything going on. It was almost hard to keep track of. First, things went from 0 to 100 with this announcement.
A short time ago, we informed the Iranian ambassador to Australia that he would be expelled.
It's hard to overstate how big this move is. It was the first time since the Second World War that Australia expelled an ambassador. It followed revelations from spy agency ASIO that the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps were involved in at least 2 anti-Semitic attacks in Australia. This was a response to a threat to our country's sovereignty, so you'd think everyone would unite in support, right? Well, kind of. On Tuesday, the opposition were all for the ambassador's expulsion and the listing of the IRGC as a terrorist organisation.
While we sit opposite from the government in this chamber, we are entirely united behind the measures announced today.
Though the coalition were quick to add that the IRGC's listing could have been done sooner. But by Wednesday morning, just over 12 hours later, the vibe had shifted and it was far more critical.
We demanded action 2.5 years ago. The Iranian community here in Australia demanded action 2.5 years ago, and this government did nothing.
The Albanese government, in its defence, said the reason for the Tuesday announcement was ASIO had briefed them on Monday.
The bipartisanship hasn't lasted that long.
Another hard-to-follow storyline then came along with the was it a meeting or was it a chance encounter between Richard Marles and US Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth. Marles went on a quick trip to Washington this week without a formal meeting locked in, but on Wednesday he posted a photo of the two of them together. So it was a meeting? Well, not according to a US Defence spokesperson, who on Thursday said it was just a happenstance encounter. But just a few hours later, a Pentagon spokesperson told The Guardian it was a pre-organised meeting. So it was a meeting. It's an uncertain time for the Australia-US partnership, with the AUKUS deal under US review, even though Australia's already sent $1.6 billion. But that was all overshadowed by clunky diplomacy over the definition of a meeting, and it's something the coalition jumped on.
Was this a meeting with Secretary Hegseth, or just a photo opportunity?
Meeting or not, at least Richard Marles is getting some face-to-face time with his counterpart. Anthony Albanese is still waiting for his time with Donald Trump.